Y'all asked for this video, right? And now I'm giving it to you.
Traptendo.
What is going on, guys? Compare and contrast video between two popular bass synths, which is 808 Studio and FAW Sublab. We're gonna find out which is better, which has a better option for you, and what can do what cool 808 and all that stuff. That is the purpose of this video. But full disclosure, they're both very good, and the links will be in the description box. And I paid for these with my own money. I wasn't approached or anything like that, so you can feel free to see that I'm very unbiased in this video. So whatever, links in the description box, and also leave your comments below. That's what makes this channel thrive, is your comments and your commentary. Let's go. So I originally made this track using FAW Sublab. I created this preset myself. I'll have the pack in the description box just in case you're interested in that. I've also did other custom sounds too for them. Hey. So I know people are going to think I'm going to be biased here, but no. What I want to do now is show you 808 Studio here. And yeah, this is version 2. Really nice looking GUI as well. And I'm going to go ahead and play this post-process through my distortion. And this preset comes with it. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you my distortion that I like to use. This effect is really good. I love this. Shout out to Manny, by the way. And other than that, I'm just gonna go ahead and I have it bypassed now. Let's go ahead and hear it without any effect on it. Hey. So as you can see, they both sound really good. I really enjoyed the sound of both of these. You can see why I have both. I'm going to go back here to Sublab so you can hear the 808 without any effect on it. It's kind of the thing I like about creating 808s. You know, create the perfect 808 that can be distorted and sound crazy like this right here. Without overdoing it. So let's go ahead and get into the UI here and all the features that it has. I won't go into too much detail because I've already have, and I got tutorials on Sublab. And so here we got Sublab here. You can see as I play with it, it is vectoral, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep it like this right here. It's a really nice UI, very simple. I will say this, the caveat to that is that it is a little bit more CPU intensive than its sibling over here, which is 808 Studio, which is also vectoral. And you know, you can tell they've been coded not by the same person, same developers, by the same software. So you know, more about Sublab here. What I really like to focus on is some of its features that has the similarities. So this right here is your oscillator, which is a single oscillator VST, and this both works for both Windows and Mac, so nobody really misses out. But it has only 4 waveforms. So you have sine. Let me go ahead and unprocess that for right now. Let me go ahead and get over here. Come on, quit playing games with me. I just got this laptop the other day. I enjoy this laptop a lot. I had that linked in the description box. It's very, very affordable. Not cheap though. It's affordable and very good. Better than most MacBooks. Actually, better than all MacBooks. So anyway, so oh man, comment section. But yeah, sine. That's how the sine sounds like. Triangle. Then the saw tooth. And then now the square. Hey. Really enjoy that. It's a really good sound here. So yeah, that's the waveforms that you get, and that's all you get. Now it changes up when you go over here to 808 Studio version 2, which has always had a lot of waveforms. You can see that it carries a lot of the same waveforms that is bigger daddy of a synth, which is Sector has. And you know, it has a whole bunch of different waveforms I can't even name because there's no name by them, but this looks like a square. And let's go to something else here. Let's go to this wiggly line. Let's go to crazy. So, you know, this thing does hit different now. I will say that it hits different. But yeah, so one oscillator versus two oscillators, by the way. Initial Audio 808 Studio has two oscillators. So that is a good bonus for 808 Studio 2. Another thing that I would like to point out here is that Sublab is a multi-page synth. So you got different pages. You have the sampler, which is right here. So if you're wondering if you can put any of your samples in there, you can. You also have a X sub, which is trademarked by Future Audio Workshop. So I want to show you the X sub feature, and I'm going to go ahead and play this. So what is happening here is the X sub is being displayed over here in the master. And, you know, it has one filter section, a mixer here where you can add in a sample if you want to drag and drop a sample here. But Initial Audio 808 Studio has its own sampler as well, and that's pretty cool. That's what I really like about it. It does have its subharmonic area, but it's not as special, quote unquote, as the FAW Sublab one. So, you know, that's one thing that I would say, but nonetheless, though, it does the job. You know, it has a nice girth to it. But yeah, it has some really good things. So one thing I do want to point out about Sublab, though, is that Sublab does have some things I wish it had. One thing that I wish Sublab would have had is modulation, and that is what 808 Studio 2 has, and it works just like Sector. You know, you just pick out your destination of where you want this particular LFO to go. You have different shapes. Holy crap, you got different shapes. That's an understatement. You have a ton of shapes. And then you select whatever parameter you wanted to go to, either in the filter cutoff, which means that you could do a little bit more in terms of your bass. So you can have some pretty funky bass, like West Coast style and all that. Same thing I said in the review. Yeah, you can EQ things down, add chorus. You know, chorus isn't my thing, and that's the thing I said in the review as well. They both have side chaining and sliding as well, because why would they not? What I want to point out is this feature right here, which allows you to stereo separate your 808, and that's another feature that is overlooked a lot. But what you can do in 808 Studio is you can add chorus, and that can have that same effect. It just won't be, it will be more pronounced. So let's go ahead and hear that in 808 Studio here. One of the last things I want to talk about is this feature right here, and that is distortion, which is quite important. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and I'm going to show you different distortions and how Sublab actually just rocks in this area. I'm going to turn on the drive, turn up low cut, turn down low cut, turn down high cut. Let's go into overdrive. Go ahead and pick a triangle here. So I'm not going to overdo it here. They both have compressors, obviously, and they both have what you call side chaining. I kind of favor 808 Studio 2's side chaining a little bit more than Sublab. And you know what this side chain will do is that it will take that sample in particular and put it against the sub bass itself. One thing that I wish 808 Studio 2 would get in the future is this feature right here, and I'm about to show you in Sublab. That's the sample feature. And shout out to FAW for listening to the community about this. So what you can do is create your own one-shots inside of Sublab. All you have to do is hit the sample parameter, then you just hit a button on your keyboard. Simple as that. And then you can just drag the file. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just hit Control-Shift-T and create another track here. And now I'm going to take this file and drag it into the sampler here. Boom. And now I have a file here. You can see it right over here. And that's a dope feature because, you know, if you make a lot of sample packs based off of 808s and stuff like that, Like you could just get your 808s done really quick and with Sublab really fast. Doesn't mean that you can't do that with 808 Studio. You would just have to record them in manually, and that's just a pain in the butt. And that's one thing that, you know, a lot of people don't like about sound design, is that it's very tedious. So tell me how you feel about this video. I really like both of these. Like, they have different features that make them very good. So it's kind of cool that, you know, you can buy a bass synth and not get one thing out of the other or the same thing out of the other. And they both have their quirks. As far as like options go, you can see that in this video. Just let me know in the comment section which one are you rocking with. I'm rocking with both. I bought both of these day one because I really like 808 bass synths, and they're very versatile in other genres as well. It's just not for hip hop or trap music. Yeah,